For those who don't know me, I'm Cheryl Lambert. I'm the director of the Grandparents Connection. And we started this organization when we were homeless. My son-in-law brought their babies. One was 1 month, the other was 1 year. And we lost the home that we were in, we lost our cars, we lost our jobs, and we were completely homeless. And we ended up in a motel. We could only afford that 1 week. And we heard some church music next door. So they told us we had to leave that day. We went over to the church, and there was a great big Samoan over there asking what could he do for us. And I was so afraid of him, I didn't know what to say. Because I had never seen a Samoan. I was 7 feet tall. I was scared of him. And so God would do it, won't he? He will always bring the unusual. It's never anything that you expect. And so we told him that we didn't have a place to live, our luggage was outside the door, and we had to leave. So he said, would you like to speak to my pastor? I said, no. I said, because that's just, another man. That's how we looked at it. Because we came in from Texas and we really didn't belong to a church. So my husband said, yeah, let's give it a try and see what happens. We went into the church. Back then it was called Praise Chapel. And the pastor asked us, he said, would you like us to pray for you or would you like some money? I was like, Well, I'm used to the money part, but I've never had anybody to pray. So when him and his wife finished praying for us and finding out what they can do for us, he told us, he said, I'm going to pray for you, and your whole life is going to change. He said, I want you to hold on to my coattail. And that's the last words that I remember him saying. We went over, we got ready to walk out, got ready to walk down the street, went to the room to get our luggage, and the man in the front desk told us to wait. He said, somebody paid for your room for 2 weeks. That was such a blessing. To this day, we don't know who did that. So the next day, our phone rang. It was the courthouse, where the county courthouse, juvenile courthouse. The judge asked us to come and see her the next day. She said that she met our children, and our kids are bad, and we need to come get them. So we went down to the courthouse the next day, and she waited till 10 minutes to 5. We sit down at 9 o'clock. She didn't see us till 10 minutes to 5. And I know why she did that, to teach us patience. You wait on God. We really didn't know how to do that. We just used to doing stuff our own way, so we thought, we belong to ourselves. Okay. So she asked us, she said, can you tell me what happened? I said, we was minding our own business, and we had jobs, we had a house and a car and everything. And my son-in-law came and said he's gonna bring these kids and he was gonna get some diapers, and we waited for him to come back. That was 23 years ago. He never, ever came back and never met these kids. Never. I was hunting down. I'm good at that. I go police department, fire department, helicopter service. I did Channel 10, KUSI. I called everywhere in Texas. I never found him because he was in prison for 3 years. So that's why I didn't find him. But my daughter, she changed the phone number because she said, I'm not raising him either without him. And that's what happened. So after that, we realized that they wasn't coming back at all. So the judge, when we went down to the courthouse, she gave us a bag, and she told us to find a place. And when we do, to contact her. Okay? So we called her back 3 days later, and we told her that we found a place. She gave us this brown bag, and she told us not to open it until we get into the place. And once we do that, she's gonna bring the kids herself. And they better stay at this address till they all grown. That bag had $7,000 in there. And it was an offering that they have taken up from the juvenile courthouse. And I will never forget that. And on that bag, she wrote down, your children are your blessings. to go out and find other grandparents like yourself and let them know that these children are their blessings. So that's why we opened this organization.